Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and send out these links. We'll be ready to go. Uh, Send out this link. We'll be ready to get started. I don't know where Sister Becky is at. I know we late though. What I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, I remember. Sorry about that horrible echo.
It ain't on my phone.
I'm still hearing your phone. That's why I asked you if you had some headphones.
Come on. All right. We good.
All right. Are we good? Yeah, that's better. That's cool. That's cool. Let me get to sharing this real quick to the Fed book. Do all that
That's it.
social media good stuff before we get started. My goodness, my goodness. Yes, sir. Live on the air now, featuring the brother Metu Jallo. Awesomeness. Pure awesomeness. Right. Guess it's time we get started, man. We late enough. Welcome, everybody, to the 26th episode of the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast. I'm your host, King David, and I'm here with the ugly brown curtain in the background from the 1970s. But this is where the Wi-Fi is working today, so y'all just don't have to put up with it. Hope everyone's doing well. I know y'all probably wondering if we was coming back. I know we had skipped a week. It was just real busy, man. I had a whole lot of stuff going on. But before we get into that, man, we got my brother Metu Jallo is back in the building. Good evening, brother Metu. Peace, hotel, blessings, kundalini energy, all that good stuff. How you doing this evening, bro?
Peace and blackness, brother. I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm glad to be back in the building with the family.
Good, 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 man. Good, good, good. I don't know where Rebecca's at. She'll be in here sooner or later. She's probably doing laundry or out shopping at Walmart grocery store. But that's cool. She'll pop up when she get ready. So, how have things been going with you, brother Metu, since the last time we talked to you?
Things going pretty well. Still doing my business, Universal Designs. Still doing logos. I have an upcoming. I'm helping to promote an upcoming event that will be the 24th of June. It's called the Black Wall Street Connection. We have vendors, we have food, music, entertainment, education. It's a networking event going to be in the Ballpark Village in St. Louis, and it's going to be an extraordinary event. And besides that, just been dealing real heavy with the community, doing things for us, helping to find lost people, and still educating and dealing with a lot of personal issues, relationships, and then still planning on my trip to Africa. So I've been pretty much moving around a lot, brother.
And how was your curvy and worthy fashion show, my dude?
Man, it really wasn't too good because the LGBT community showed up, and they kind of showed up and showed out, and it really didn't make it no good on me. And then they start putting stuff on the internet about me, saying that I'm homophobic and I'm a gay basher, which I'm not. I'm not. I don't have a fear of homosexuals, nor am I talking bad about them. And they really came hard against me, and I'm like, well, okay, just dealing with the after effects of that, and people not really doing what they supposed to do and they expect me to do what I told them that I would do. There's a bunch of back and forth, so I don't think I'll do another fashion show or her show uh, because the climate. People just they just don't like me. By me being a Pan African, I stand on the shoulders of Marcus Garvey, Amos Wilson, Jacob Carruthers, Edward Scobie, all the other scholars that came before me, and I catch a lot of hell by standing on those kind of shoulders. But what do I expect? All of my predecessors went through persecution, and I shouldn't be afraid that I wouldn't. I have to go through it as well.
Okay, I see. Now, my question to you is, good brother, did you make a profit?
No, I did not.
Oh,
No, I did not. It really didn't go the way it's supposed to go. And then, by me speaking out and saying certain things, they really didn't. The LGBT community was really upset when I said that I'm a strong black man. There was they thing, you saying you a strong black man and saying that homosexual men are not strong. That's it. So that's what you got out of that. So they came with their feelings in a bag, and I bit the bullet on that. So I just decided to just back out and just go back to
mhm.
my activism.
You win some, you lose some, good dude. It
Yeah,
happens.
that's true. That's
It
true.
happens. Can't let them feminists shut you down, bruh.
Yeah, it kind of did. It
And
was crazy. There was some brothers in there that was with me, and they just sat back and watched them persecute me. And then they waited until they left, and then they'll say, "Oh, these are women, these are men hating women." And I'm like, "Why did you say any of that stuff when it
because
was
they
that?"
got men hating women at home. They scared of their wife and they scared of them feminists.
That make a lot of sense now. But yeah, it's just
Scared of the old lady be coming home.
they really made it hard on me, man. They really made it hard on me. So I'm no longer doing those kind of events. I'm gonna leave that to the homosexuals and let them do their thing with that. I'm gonna go back
Mm,
to serving my community and just I might. Because what I'm thinking about doing is going by me being linguistic. I want to go back to teaching people to speak different languages because a lot of us don't know that the bulk of Black people are really Geechee Gullah, and we should be speaking Geechee Gullah because Europeans say that we speak Ebonics, but we speak Geechee Gullah as English and Geechee Gullah, and just like with uh, what's that Patois in Jamaica and Creole in Haiti. Just a combination of their indigenous language with the European language. So our indigenous language is Geechee Gullah. So a lot of people need to research the Geechee Gullah nations of the Carolinas. That's really where the bulk of Black people come from.
interesting. Interesting. Man, ain't too much been going on with me. Busy as always. The business is good. It can always be better, but I'm not complaining. I mean, what can I say? The truck broke down the other day. I was on my way to a job. U joint broke on the back of it. Dry shaft fell out. Man, I came in. I was going down the highway. I was like, oh God.
It happens. It's called happenstance, my brother.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I got paid Thursday, so I ended up getting it back out the shop and started a landscaping job last week because I know we didn't have a podcast last week. So I started a landscaping job and then I helped my homeboy. Matter of fact, yeah, I helped my partner like I did today. He truck broke down for him. My brother Harry Collins for the Down to Earth lawn landscaping light hauling company. That's my partner. So who says that two strong heterosexual brothers can't come together and help each other out? Like he got his yards that he do, I got my yards. He got his equipment, I got my equipment. How come we can't come together? He need me, he already know. Oh, yeah, Dave gonna come through.
Right.
If I need him, hey man, I need got a couple yards, man. We need to cut with your big boy. Come on with it. I got some money for you. I already know what it is.
Yeah, I
So
feel you on that, but just to give a little bit more information about my upcoming event, just hope people come out and support it. Um, it's called the Black Wall Street Connection. It's going to be located. It's located on. It's going to be at the Crown Ballroom Ballpark Village, and that's 601 Clark Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. The second floor. We have vendors, live performers, networking. You can purchase your tickets with me, or you can call the number direct. It's 314-504-1716. And you get all that information, and the event is from 4 to 8 o'clock. Tickets are $6 in advance and 10 at the door.
sounds good, my dude. Uh, like I say, man, I just been busy, busy, busy. I just think it's time for me to jump to another plantation that
Why you
pays a
say
little
that?
bit better. Uh, what plantation or jump to?
Yeah, what you
When I say plantation, it's in reference to the job. Any job you work, you're on the plantation. So I don't care how you slice it.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure the family knew what you meant by plantation.
Oh, they know what I'm talking about. I'm finna leave one plantation and go to another one where hopefully I can sit up in the big house, get paid a little bit more, sit up in some air, be chilling. It's just time for me to make a move. There's better opportunities out there for me. I know I can definitely grab a few extra more dollars per hour. That will definitely help me funnel into the business. That's
Right.
always good. So, it's just about improving the quality of life. I know I could do better. I got my year in and some change. I ain't got no write ups or nothing. So it's not like I'm jumping ship because I'm finna get fired. It's just time for me to make another move. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
In
Yeah,
the business.
as I said, I'm going back home to Uganda. The capital there is called Kampala. Uh, one of the languages that they speak there is called Luganda, and very phenomenal people there. Black folk really love us there. And what we got to do as Africans in America, or Americanized Africans, we really have to go outside the borders of this country, and you will see how much love that Black people in America really get outside of this country. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we loved all over the world.
All
Pretty
over the
much.
world. We just not loved here. Europeans love everything about us but us.
That's true. It is what it is. I mean, you can't spend your life trying to be validated by someone else's opinions of you, although there are a lot of us who do seek that validation. And if that's what you want to do, cool, you just stay over there.
Right.
Like, cool. Because look, my thing is this: you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. You
Yeah,
could
because
you,
there
you
was
could
a phrase that
try.
somebody that was a phrase somebody said, you can lead a man to knowledge, but you can't make him think.
Exactly. You could try. There was a brother who I was dealing with the early part of this year when it was still kind of cold outside. Tried to out, try to not put a little food in his stomach, try to drop some gems on him, help the dude find a job. But he didn't want to do that. He just want to sit up and complain about his wife. I mean, not his wife, complain about his life. Like, man, I need a job, man. I need a bruh. It's a library within walking distance to your house, man. I'm gonna see if my uncle can take me down there. Again, it's a library within walking distance to your house. I can walk in about 20 minutes, and you a good 4 or 5 blocks closer than I am. Nah, he ain't want to do that. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I had to drop dude. Like, motherfucker calling me, man, what's up, man? What you doing? I'm working. Why are you a grown man calling my phone? And like I told dude, I was like, bro, stop calling my phone like that. Because if you had you a job, some business going on, bro, you would not be blowing up my phone. I work. That's what I do. And when you coming home, I'm working.
Yeah, I remember I was trying to work on the business with my cousin. We was gonna get it registered. We had all the paperwork together. We was gonna have to start a cleaning business. And I'm thinking everything needs to go. All we have to really do is get some cleaning supplies and a truck. I know where to get the stuff. See, the beauty behind working with me is that I'm already an advertiser. You get your logo, you get your flyer, you get your banners, you get your resume, you get the whole caboodle with me. So I'm getting everything together, and he got a little shaky, decided not to do it, and now he calls me talking about, man, you got a couple dollars I can borrow from you. Same thing the guy you talking about with this, like, come on, man, we could have had this. You wouldn't have to have to borrow any money from me because you'll be making your own money.
But them type people be like, man, can you own a landscaping business? Yeah. Man, can you hire me? And I'm looking at dude, and you have a body odor. You look disheveled. You definitely look like you haven't bathed in a few days. You always whining and complaining, like just based off of his appearance, I would not hire you because you're a representation of me, and I'm not going to allow you to look sloppy when you work for me. That's just what it is. It'd be like one of them that, man, when you get some work, man, can you put me on? We'll see.
All right, the Europeans say the same thing.
But he got the point. Like, he stopped calling me. Like, I cussed this dude out so bad one night. He came to my house at some 10:30 at night. Now, I don't get that much company at my house, especially not at no 10:30 at night. So dude knocking on my door, I'm like, man, what's this? I just got finished cooking. Dude at my door crying and all type of stuff. I'm like, the fuck is your problem? Man, my gal, man, I think she cheating on me, man. I need to talk, bro. It's 10:30 at night. What the fuck are you doing at my door at 10:30 at night? Man, I just need to talk, Dave, man. All right, I'm gonna give you this opportunity. When I finish this bowl of food, it's over. And I mean that. When I finish this bowl of food, you gotta go. I figured he want to tell me his little sob story. Basically, he a dope fiend, and he had a dope fiend chick, and she'll be across the street with the dope boys, and you know how that go. They give her some dope, she smash, and then she come back home to him, and he paying all the bills, taking care of her child. She come back home to him with a wet puss and no money in the hand. And you want to come crying to me like, what should I do? What do you mean what you should do? Man, I don't know what I should do. You told me you think she cheating and she come home, she wet, then she want to have sex with you, and you asking me what I think you should do. You know how that sounds? Man, just tell me, man. She cheating on you, bro, like she using you. Like,
She's a dope fiend. What you expect?
He a dope fiend too. He told me, like, man, me and my dad be getting high together. I was like, oh, God. How?
That sounds like a personal problem.
It ain't about that. It is about, like, okay, how jacked up are you if you and your father smoking dope together? But anyways, like, dude, I don't know. I told dude, like, man, look, stop calling me. You're not trying to do nothing. I gave you ample opportunities. I told you, you can go on Craigslist, you can go online, try to find you a job, brother. I've tried to help you out to the best of my ability. You be want me to give you some weed and stuff. Like, brother, what I got is for my personal use. And you want to call me, hey man, can I borrow some weed? No, you can't borrow no weed. Like, you on some dope fiend shit, bro. If you had a job, you could furnish your own whatever it is that you want. But those are the type of people you gotta leave alone. You know what I mean? I just say that to say this. Those are the type of people that you gotta leave alone.
You gotta know
You could
when to
try.
hold them, fold them, and know when to walk away.
You could try. Like my ex girlfriend Kim. I don't know if I had talked about that, but she unblocked me on Facebook, and we was rapping for a good 2 weeks. And then lo and behold, here she go, then flipped around again. And well, you know what? I believe in religion, and I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son, and this, that, and the third, and this is down the way. And me and I raised my kids, and I don't think we're gonna be together. Goodbye. I was like, first of all, we not together. You, we was just friends. What are you talking about? What, what's going on in your tiny mind? We're not together. She was the one fawning over me, and something told me like,
She
like
hit she hit you with the head to Headley. In my mind, I'll always be his lady.
she's like, well, I love you, and you the only man for me. I'm like, okay, but I told her from Jump Street, I'm like, I don't know if I love you as a friend, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be in love with you again. I don't know if we're gonna be in that space. Like, this is what, third, fourth time that we've gone back around this circle, and every time you keep fucking up. And this is what I'm telling you, like, you keep fucking up. It's not because of me, it's because of you. So don't rush me for my feelings when they're gone. When I had feelings for you, when I was trying to get you to come down here and move in with me, you wasn't on that. But now all of a sudden, oh well, I just love you and this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden, well, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But again, you knew I was a conscious brother when you met me. But you steady trying to find out what religious belief that I belong to so you could fit me in this box.
Right.
Oh, well, you're a what is that? Presbyterian, not Presbyterian. Something that starts with a P that says that you believe that there is a divine God creator, but you don't believe that that creator God interferes in people's life. Oh, that's what you are. No, not exactly. Well, what do you mean? I'd be like, well, I do believe that there's a creator God who, created the universe. And I do believe that this creator interferes in our lives sometimes, but for the most part, it's up to us to make our decisions. Like, I have been in some situations where I know I should have gone down for a couple months. And then, behold, because my record cool, and I ain't never really been in trouble for real. The creator parlayed some of that. You know what I mean? So I could say that the creator does work in mysterious ways, like the Blues Brothers, but I don't believe in him like doing everything for you like you do. I don't have that such a simplistic mindset.
Right.
But if you want to believe in Jesus, that's fine. But come, let us study. Come, let us study some books together so that I can try to raise you past your current consciousness. But that's too much like doing right, Metsu. They don't want to do that. Oh, they don't want to do that.
No, they don't want to do that. No, I mean, it's just they don't want to they don't want to submit. They a lot of women think submission means you gave up. But it's like where do you get this whole concept of competition with your man? I tell women if you needed your man more than you needed that job, you wouldn't need a job.
Hmm.
Because we see how you treat what you need. You're more conscious of what you say. You're more considerate of what you do. you put more effort into it. You do that for your job, but you can't do that for your man. You wonder why you by yourself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because they'll say, I don't need a man. But I remember one brother put on Facebook, for those that don't need a man, don't call me when you need your 400-pound refrigerator moved.
Hey, she don't need a man. She got money. She can pay
Yeah,
movies.
you got that. Don't call the police. Don't call the fire department. You got this. I believe in you.
Anyways, brother. Anyways. So I don't know if you heard, Metu, but did you hear that brother Tariq Nasheed's house? Well, they claim it's victim of swatting, but it was really a death threat. Some suspected white supremacists called in a bomb threat to his home. I believe it was about a week and a half ago. Police came out, handcuffed him, even though I don't know how you necessarily handcuffed a victim, but in the system of white supremacy, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about the suspected white supremacists calling in a bomb threat to the man's home?
Well, as I looked at all of it, it just seemed like another assassination attempt against the brother because of what he stands on, what he say by having a platform and he exposing the belly of the beast. And they really don't like that. The devil love to do things behind the scenes. They love to be behind closed doors doing that thing. And
Now, which devil are you referring to, sir? The red devil with the horns?
the white supremacists.
Okay. The white supremacists, all right.
Right,
Just
right. The
want to
white
clarify
supremacists.
for the people.
Well, I'm a
Because Satan, brother, he walks among us.
yeah. I remember there was a statement by William Shakespeare. He said that hell is empty because all the devils are here. So
Even though he was
I
one
still
of
stand on the shoulders of our brother Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad. The white man's the devil. But in put it in good context, I'll say white supremacists. But all white people are white supremacists. When we don't have time to be trying to decipher the good from the bad. But yeah, they not only are they targeting him, they targeting just black people in general. We're living in a neo-Nazi regime here in America. We've been living in it for years. It's just now starting to be more exposed and people having the video cameras. But I try to tell people it's really not different than the 1800s and the 1900s because people was videotape. Well, not videotape, was taking pictures of the lynchings, the beatings. All that is filmed. That's well documented. But because of this advanced technology, people are really getting the motion picture of all of this stuff. But it's really not changing anything because we have to understand that we have to be the ones that control the narrative. Because when they control the narrative, they can say what it is. Because all wars are written by the one who won. We're losing as a people, so they're the ones that control the narrative. Even with that Colin Kaepernick thing, it's not about the flag, but that's the narrative they want to flip on us. It had nothing to do with the flag. But
right.
just like with the story of Jesus, they how is it that the Romans, the people who killed Jesus, got a book about their account of him killing them? That don't make sense. If someone killed my father, they don't have no part in the obituary. Not just like I was reading an article on Facebook. It was crazy that a woman, she was raped by this guy. So her and him doing lectures together to talk about their experience. I said, what kind of shit is that?
Hmm.
How you collaborate with your rapist to tell y'all a story about their experience?
Then you weren't raped then.
Correct. But if you say that, then you so-called being insensitive. So as I said, when the LGBT came against me real strong, I'm now starting to censor a lot of things that I say, and just
Censor for what?
because they have political and economic clout that I just don't have.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You can't stop me. You could try, you can't.
But they will, and they can if they want to.
You're not gonna stop me.
Okay.
Stop me when the creator allows me to be stopped. But I have a
Well,
higher purpose.
my brother, they having a pride parade the end of this month. And if you go there with your bullhorn, go where he gonna be in mass and talk shit, and let's see how that work out for you.
First of all, brother, I'm not going to disturb they pride parade, gay parade, whatever it is. I'm not going to disturb they parade because
Now
I
just
honestly
go
don't care
talk. I
what
mean,
you.
because you said they can't stop you. What's the best
Hold
time
on,
to
pump
do
your
it?
brakes,
Is
brother.
when they
Pump your
together.
brakes. Pump your brakes, brother. I didn't say that I'm going fucking with somebody else. You misconstrue what I'm saying. They can have their pride parade over there. I'm not going to be attending, but you're not going to stop me from banging on the beast. You're not going to stop me from running my landscaping company and building business and economics for my people. That's what I mean. I don't care if you gay. I don't care if you got a thong up your booty. I don't care if you want to wear a pink tutu and makeup. I don't care if you want to be a stud. I don't care about none of that. If that's what you want to do, fine. I can love you from a distance, but just don't come over here with your foolishness and we straight. That's it.
What I'm saying is, if they find out your views, they're gonna come where you are, and they are going to disturb you.
I
Because
look
they'll
for
come to where I'm at. I don't come to them. They come to me, and I get that here. So if they know
I
what
look
you're doing, they're going to come after what you're trying to do. They're gonna come after your lawn care business. They're gonna come. I've seen it. They came after me, brother. So all I'm saying is just kind of
okay,
watch what you say. You know, just you know, just talk from a distance.
brother. Look, like I said, I don't care about nothing they got going on. What they got going on, nothing to do with me. Now, if we should so happen to cross paths, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But until then, I ain't worried about what they got going on. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. We straight. Until they do, we ain't got no issue.
Okay. see, see a lot of see. I've been an activist in the community for 10 years. 10 years of my life. I found out the historical existence of this dude they now call Jesus Christ at the age of 21. I'm 31 now. 10 years of my life I've been disseminating information, and now I've built up a rep. People know they know me as a Guardian Pan African Kemetic scientist, and I was in the Nation of Islam, the Moor Science Temple, the Nawabian Nation, the Five Percenters. I was part of all that. OBS, the Organization for Black Struggle, UAPO, Universal African Peoples Organizations. I'm a supporter of a Better Family Life, 100 Black Men, Urban League. So I got footprints a little bit everywhere. So it seems like whenever I say something, there's a microscope, no matter what I say now. So I'm like, okay, let me just go back to just teaching Kemetic science, teaching African science, and maybe that'll be my little safer zone, because whenever I come out and speak against pedophilia, homosexuality, when I come out and speak against police brutality, or racism, or white supremacy, I'm always getting this hill and pushback from those who I'm pushing for.
I mean, brother, I don't know why you let folk get to you. You must stay the course, brother. And see, it's like a ship, man, too. In order to get through a storm, the easiest and the fastest way to get through a storm is to go straight through the eye.
Well,
Keep doing what you
I like to be like the hawk, the falcon, what we call in ancient Kim and Haru. See, the falcon is the only bird that flies over the storm. It don't go through it. It don't go high. It flies right over it. And I'm trying to maneuver over it
is that
because
why you're trying to go to Africa? Because you just want to fly over the storm. See that? See, exactly, exactly. That
no
just
comment.
admitted, man, too. You want to fly over the storm
No
because you want to
comment.
go back to Africa. Ain't nothing wrong
No
with it. I
comment. We ain't gonna
understand.
put words in my
We
mouth. No
say
comment.
everybody can't catch a midnight train to Georgia, and I ain't getting on that train. Now, if that's what you want to do, fine. You fly over the storm, but me, I'm a weather it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find a way to get some energy off of that storm to push
Yeah.
me in the door for what I want to do and what I need to do. I ain't gonna let it stop me from doing what I gotta do. That's all it is. I don't care. I got a mission from God. It is a mission from God that I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to continue to bang on the beast. I'm going to continue to do the podcast. I'm going to continue to work in my community. I might not be as spread out as you, my brother, but I do what I can in my own little community neighborhood. And then, you know, I'm affiliated with a few organizations here and there. But, you know, we all got haters out here. If you don't have haters, brother, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, just like when I told you earlier, you know, America is a gorilla cage. Either shit getting thrown on you or you the one that's throwing shit. And sometimes it do get to me, man. It just because I'm putting my life, my energy, my resources to help my people, and it's us. It's us that give me the most hell. It's us, man. And I know the conditioning, but I just look at it from another perspective, man. We can fix this problem. We just don't want to.
Pause that. Rebecca Quarles has finally joined the building. How you doing, Becky? On the bonnet side of the game.
You stupid.
Where you at, the back cave, nigga?
I'm at home. That's a brick. My fireplace is brick.
Nigga, in the Darkwing Duck cave, I am the terror that flaps in the night.
You stupid. What's going on, y'all?
Back in the dungeon.
Ain't no dungeon. Sitting right in my living room.
Why it's so dark, nigga? Turn on some lights.
I don't know. The lights are on. The lighting is terrible in this house.
All right. I feel that. How you doing today, Becky? I'm glad that you got your technology fixed.
The technology is stupid app. It's good. I'm doing good.
Right.
Are you guys in the same location or in two different locations?
Same location, different spots. I guess you could say. So Metu's over in the corner, and I'm here in front of this ugly puke brown curtain. Aesthetics-wise, it's very horrible. It's very ugly.
Peace and blackness, Quay.
Hey, what's going on, Metu? I heard a little bit of y'all.
Yeah, we just chopping it up. Yeah, I just told them that I'm starting to censor what I say. I've been in the community very, just for the little 10 years that I have been out here activism and talking.
Just say you tired, Metu. It's okay. We understand, brother. Metu don't want to admit he's tired.
No, I'm not tired, man. I'm just learning.
Come on, man. Stop.
It's called learning, my brother.
Maybe he's just a little
maybe ready to just
weary.
fly away to heaven and go see your Jesus. It's okay.
You ignorant.
Understand.
David, you ignorant.
Y'all get tired of fighting the good fight. I understand, brother.
No, I'm not tired, my brother. I'm
Take
just
your talents to South Africa. I mean, Uganda. Take your talents to Uganda, my brother. I understand.
No, I'm not tired, man. It's just black folk. We are something else, because I see that not only are we God's chosen people, we're the devil's chosen people. The devil decided to impregnate himself in us. So when he leaves, that he'll exist inside the minds and bodies of black people.
Maybe he's just a little weary. Sometimes when you've been fighting a fight for so long and you feel like you're not.
No, I'm not weary. See, y'all putting words in my mouth. I just need to.
But you just said that you want to fly over the storm, brother. See,
but that don't mean I don't want to deal with the storm. I just want to just kind of.
You don't want to weather the storm. You just want to see.
Okay, so allow me to finish my explanation. What I'm saying is, sometimes we as a people, if you working on something, even if it's in your community, and you're not seeing it yield the results that you would like or that you would hope, or if you feel like it's kind of like stagnant and it's not moving in an upward direction, sometimes it can get a little exhausting. I mean, that's with anything. That's what I mean by weary. Like, our black people, like, if you out there in the community, you really trying to enact change in a way, and you feel like people still trying to hold on to what they know, and you feel like what you're teaching them, they're not learning from it, or what you're teaching them, it's almost like they're not even trying to put it to good use, it can get weary. It can almost have to make you kind of go and reset and recalibrate and remember why you doing what you're doing and why you started what you started.
Okay, I need to recalibrate. I'm not weary.
See, Metsu, if you only smoke from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, there is a drug in there called THC, aka fuck it. If you should just so happen to smoke from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, all of your troubles shall be washed away. I'm telling you. Speak up.
Okay. That sounds like they came from the book of Cat Williams. Continue.
Somewhat. I had my own little spin to it. Did you like it?
Stupid.
I just, just dealing with black people, man, we are just something very unique. And I understand the condition. I understand what happened to us. I understand why it happened and when it happened. But, man, you got to have some muscle to deal with black folk. You got to have some muscle. You got to have true love. But I just want to just kind of get away from it for a little while and then come back. I got to get some of the smoke off me.
You have to accept the fact that a lot of us are just as dumb as a box of rocks.
Oh, Jesus.
Some people are just D-U-M-B dumb. That's in the genetics. You can't fix that, brother. That is bad parenting, bad grandparenting, and bad great-grandparenting. Somewhere down the line, you got a whole lot of ignorant mofos in your family for you to get to this point. Cause I was at the Metrolink station the other day. This little dyke chick asked me something like which way the train go or something, and she was just so mumble mush mouth I couldn't understand a word she was saying. I was like, huh? Well, she asked me if it was a U-Haul. Like, yeah, U-Haul in the parking lot that was left here last night. I wasn't here last night. Oh, okay. But then she asked me for a lighter. I heard it perfectly then. Hey, you got a lighter? No. Matter of fact, I got two of them, but no, I don't have one for you, though. You can't articulate yourself on something smarter than, hey, you got a light? I need to light this cigarette. Do you have a light? You don't see? That's in the genetics, brother. You can't fix that.
Yeah, man. See, me personally, I'm about understanding than being understood. And I'm very passionate about it. But what's interesting about it is that, with our people, the very people you try to be considerate of, they be very inconsiderate towards you. But you gotta understand that there's an African proverb that says the doctor cannot get mad at the patient for being sick.
Right. But the patient can only get healing if they're going to go to the doctor and listen to what the doctor tells them. You can't try to come to the doctor and self-diagnose and try to tell the doctor what's wrong with you. Look, doc, I know what's wrong with me. Like, oh, okay, so let's get you in here for EKG and all this, that, and the. Oh, no, doc, look, I know what's wrong with me. I fell off the ladder the other day. Look, I just need some pain pills. I'm going to be cool in a couple days. And then 6 months down the line, you figure out you got a herniated disc. Something that you could have fixed back then. But then when you come back to the doctor be like, hey, I tried to help you out 6 months ago, but now it's going to cost you. You know how doctors get them little notepads, their little chicken scratch on there. They're going to slide you a number. They're going to be like, you're going to look at that. You'll be like, oh, hell no.
Did you leave your phone number?
Because that's what it is. You can't come to me crying now when I tried to help you, Kim. You never call my phone again.
There you go.
Don't you dare. Trying to help as a friend. You don't think I get burnt, brother? You don't think I get burnt?
Man, I'm not saying you don't get burnt, man, but
nigga,
I put my energy and my life towards black folk, man, and it's us, man. Because sometimes I would rather take this shit towards this cracker but it's us.
You
Like,
gotta
man,
diversify your energy back to.
I remember Minister Farrakhan said, "What we do is we'll get somebody who standing up for us. We put weight on their shoulder, and when that weight make them fall, they say, look, told you couldn't handle it. Why are you putting more weight on this brother? Why are you putting more weight on this sister?" That's why I just really want to just kind of, as the sister said, recalibrate myself. I'm not worried. I just want to just get away from a
You
little
know
bit.
that the Lord will never put no more on you than you can bear.
Black folk put more on you than you can bear. Ain't got nothing to do with the Lord.
I disagree. Right, I agree. It ain't got nothing to do with the Lord, but you only let them give you the baggage if you take it.
You got to choose to carry it.
You can't be the bag lady holding on to all these bags, Matt, too, because you're going to be tired and weary from trying to hold somebody else's bags.
Bag lady, you
Hope
gonna
you
be
don't love this, Matt,
sugar.
too.
Carrying all the
You
bags.
got to learn to diversify your energies, but look, bro.
Man, you teach me,
Look, need
brother.
to
Teach me.
fry you
Give
some
me a lesson
greens or
in.
something more where you finna go to Africa, but look, I'm telling you, go over to Uganda, man, just kick it with your queens and, make love to them real good. Just relax. And if you decide to come back to the States, it's cool. If not, you cool. You got a nice life in Uganda. You can still do commerce and stuff over here, bro. I think it's time for you to take a break.
It's not a break.
Wow,
It's not a break. It's not. It's not a break. It's
we
recalibrating
put
my.
Matthew on ice. We gotta preserve his health and strength. We gonna put Matthew on ice.
I just need to recalibrate myself. That's all it is.
Look, we gonna do you like Yoda, dog. We're gonna put you in exile for about 40 years. You're gonna come back. You're gonna be a comedic master.
I just need to recalibrate, brother. It ain't no
Right.
copping out.
Look, man,
It
you
ain't
come
none of
back
that
in
stuff.
about 40 years. You're gonna be a sage. And you gonna put all that Kundalini energy on them folks. Otherwise, you're gonna have a Martin Luther King moment.
Yeah.
Niggas wax and wane. Niggas love to hear themselves talk, but hate to explain.
Niggas
And,
love Benny on their judge and jury.
and Metro gonna be like, fuck y'all, I'm going to you.
Yeah, just I love my people, man, but black
I
folk will
love my
kill
people
you.
too, but I love myself even more. And if
Black
it
folk will
means
kill
giving
you,
up
bro.
myself for somebody else who is unappreciative of what I'm trying to give you, I'm finna leave you all the way alone. Kim.
Yeah, but one of the things I really hate is that I started charging shit to the game, but and started writing people off. But I remember someone said trust is like an eraser; it gets smaller after every mistake. And black folk, we do shit intentionally to hurt each other. It's like, I remember back in the day, people used to talk about backstabbers. People don't backstab you no more. They stab you right in your chest. You're like, damn, at least give me enough time to turn around. They stab you while you looking at them.
Better an honest enemy than a false friend.
I agree.
Got that from the great book of Thundercats. So let's
Boy.
switch gears here. The new NFL rule states that players must stand for the anthem if they're on the field. They can choose to opt out of the national anthem by staying in the locker room. If they protest, their team organization will be fined a certain number of dollars. Rebecca, go.
I thought we talked about this already.
No, we didn't. Or maybe we did. It doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it again.
I don't think we talked about the fine. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, what more else can you say about the whole NFL thing besides that is ridiculous? So you mean to tell me that me expressing my constitutional right, if I do that, then there's a fine that's applied to that?
That's going against the Constitution. So you're gonna break the Constitution just for I mean, you have a right to free speech. Unless we don't have a Constitution no more.
I don't even think it applies to us, to be honest.
You
So
have
that's
the right to
another
free speech,
situation.
but you got to deal with the consequences behind said speech,
Now
i.e.,
it's
the
that's true.
feelings. The
Or
feelings.
I'll say this. Um, it's one of those things where I tell people all the time, somebody can't tell you what and what you can't do. You make the choice of what you can and can't do. Now, depending on not even depending on the situation, but in any given situation, each choice that you make has consequences. And when you make the choice, you choose the consequences that come along with it. Do I think that it's fair? No, not at all. I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb.
But is it a federal mandate? Like, they might have rules, but you can't fine me.
It's not a federal mandate, but this is how they're covered. Okay, so when it comes to state laws and job laws, if this was to happen at a federal place of employment, then the government can be sued if they try to push that law out. But since it's just happening at a job, those rules don't apply to an employer. Like, i.e.,
You
if
still have
I was,
rights.
you do still have rights, but it's tricky. It's tricky how the law works. So, like, say if I'm at work and something happens that I don't like, and I protest outside of work. Say I go to Detroit, Michigan, and protest Flint water. If my job finds out about it and they deem that as far as like actions that are not suitable for their particular company, I can be fired for that. Because not only do I work in an at will employment place, but if they say, well, her actions and such does not align with our beliefs and how we act and how we conduct ourselves, and they could legally fire me, and it's nothing that they can do. Even though I'm protesting, and it's covered under the Constitution, I can still be fired, and there's
But what's
nothing that I
what's
can do.
interesting about it is that it's like, all right, you still infringes on people's belief system. Like if I'm a Muslim and I go work at a job, you can't tell me that I can't do my prayer.
Sure, you can.
That's my religious belief. You can't tell me that,
You
like,
can
my woman
take
can't wear her, she
you
can't be
can
covered.
take your beliefs to another job because we ain't having it here. That's what they're gonna tell you. Show you the
Make
door.
it, or what they'll do is they'll say, "Well, you can believe whatever you want. We can't stop you from wearing your hijabs or whatever. But what you cannot do is talk about those beliefs in the workplace. Because if you talk about those beliefs in the workplace, that means that you could be offensive to someone else who may not believe what you believe. And you could be fired for that. And then what they'll say is, they'll say, well, we're not firing you because of what you believe. We're firing you because your belief is offensive to someone else because they don't believe the same. So you can have your belief, nigga. You can't express that belief.
I'm offended that you're offended.
Exactly. Prime example, I had a representative at a past job who I literally had to defend in a sense because they was going to fire her because the customer was on the phone with her and the customer said, God bless you. And she wasn't talking about Jesus or God with this lady. She helped the lady. The lady wanted to thank her. She said, God bless you. I really appreciate that, this and that. And the girl said, well, God bless you as well. The call got pulled by QA, and QA said, hey, she ain't supposed to be doing that. And they
Huh?
tried to spin her and then fire her for that. And
Huh?
my defense was it would be different if she said it to the customer first, but the customer said it to her first. So yeah, it's tricky.
That's janky. That's hella janky.
I can't
Wow.
tell if Metu sleep.
No, I'm reading. I'm reading.
I,
I'm getting ready to pull up some
boy,
stuff.
them eyes weren't blinking. I was like, is Metu falling asleep?
No, I'm looking up something real quick that
Okay, I'm like,
I'm getting ready to pull up some receipts for you
okay, because I'm like, brother,
while
please
you're
don't be
talking.
falling asleep on live.
Hell no.
But no, that's exactly what happened. So the girl, she ended up not getting suspended, but the corporate world is tricky, baby. It's
Mm.
tricky.
You know what gets me about this whole NFL thing? How the players are considering
Mhm.
not playing. We're considering not playing. That's a
Mm.
hell of a stance, ain't it?
Okay, I got something for y'all. I got something for you.
Metu has some receipts.
This is U.S. Code 8 of respect for the flag.
Mhm.
And federal section C, it says the flag shall never be carried flat or horizontally, but always aloft and free. This is federal law. So the NFL when they march around with the marching band holding a flag, they holding it horizontally and they're not letting it move freely. That is against the law. But yet you're telling me that I cannot kneel. But what you're doing all the time is against federal law of how to disrespect the flag.
It's disrespectful putting it on shirts and hats and bumper stickers and everything else. But nobody actually cares about that. It's not about the
Yeah,
flag.
but I'm stating the law. I'm gonna read the law
I
again.
got you.
This is
But
okay.
who actually cares about this law? When the last time you heard somebody bring up this law? I'll wait. Tick tick
But it's
tick.
a law. Section C, the flag should
But
never be
when is
carried.
the last time you heard somebody enforce this law?
It won't be.
Never.
But it's something that people can look
Then
up.
it,
Just look
then
it
it
up and
ain't
see.
then it ain't about the flag. Case closed.
At the
Never
end of the day,
was.
they always say that when it comes to jobs and federal laws, you would think that okay, well, since we live in the United States of America, federal law should trump anything, whether it's a job, small business, whatever. But they have
Oh,
them fine lines that they tote. They
yeah, but
have them
let me
fine
read
lines.
this other one. Section D. I just give validity to what you just said, brother Dave. It says the flag should never be used wearing apparel, bedding, or diapery. It should never be drawn back nor up in folds, but always allowed to fall free.
Exactly. The first line of the Constitution says, "We the people." It wasn't talking about us when they wrote that, so therefore, people don't care about them laws. Tell me.
And in the same sense, it's like they'll say like, okay, well, you can do whatever you want to outside of work or whatever, but when you're inside of work, there's rules, policies, procedures, and guidelines that you have to adhere to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's that fine line.
That's that thin line. You got to tote that line.
And the NFL
But
is
as I
a
told you,
major
brother,
U.S. corporation. They ain't
Do
gonna do
like
that though.
President Obama, you got to do what your white benefactors tell you to do.
Now, I don't agree. I feel like they should protest if they want to. They should protest, but they'll say, "Oh well, your protest is a liability because it's costing us money and you're disrupting your other people from being able to play effectively. So now you're disrupting work production."
but why
That's
don't
the
they just
line
put
that they
the
draw.
why don't they
Hmm?
just put the disclaimer, just like on TV shows, they'll say the views and opinions expressed in this are not the same views of this network. Just put the disclaimer so that you can still have your constitutional rights still intact.
You
Nope.
would think that they would, but nope, they ain't gonna do that
No, it's about white
because
supremacy.
they don't want you to protest at all.
It's
So it's
about
that
white
white
Because
now say
then
supremacy.
you
so
get
law.
coaches. Then you
It's
get coaches
about
that
white
say,
supremacy.
So it's white. I'm white and I say so.
Of course.
eh,
They enforce the laws that they choose to enforce. Now, jaywalking, it's not, I mean, it's a crime. I mean, jaywalking's a crime. I mean, God forbid somebody walk across the street and they're not at a crosswalk, something bad can happen. Jaywalking is a crime.
It's against the law. See, there's a difference between breaking a crime and breaking the law.
Okay.
A
Well, it's a
crime
crime.
means that some.
Okay, let me put it to you like this. It is a crime for niggas to cross the street.
"You stupid."
They ain't never gonna stop no white person for jaywalking. That's the point.
Black people still don't know what jaywalking is.
Please tell us, what is jaywalking? Isn't it jaywalking, walking across the street without a traffic light?
I'm not jaywalking is like, I'll tell you this, when I was younger, the only person that I ever saw got in trouble for jaywalking was my brother. Me and him was crossing the street, and instead of crossing at the corner, we crossed in the middle of the street. Like, you just crossed in the middle of the street, and this police officer legit stopped us. I think we was on Hamilton when I was younger. Right. And this guy, you was jaywalking. And dude tried to like rough him up because he was jaywalking. And he left him alone because, me being 10 years old, I looked up at the officer and I was like, well, what's jaywalking? And the officer just looked at him and looked at my brother and just kind of walked away.
Jaywalking is when you cross or walk in the street or road unlawfully or without regard for approaching traffic. So basically not using the crosswalk when the good white man comes up on the screen and tells you it's safe to cross the street. Right? You ain't never noticed that? My only one that noticed is a white man that tells you it's okay to cross the street. No? Come on, man. I can't be the only one that just thought that.
So you notice the good white man on this crosswalk sign.
The good white man, the red man is bad. He tells you, don't cross that street, nigga. But the white man, come on, it's safe.
What about the hand?
Who?
The hand that tells you to hold on. Wait the fuck. That was it orange?
Oh, you mean that nice white voice that you hit when you push that? Wait. Wait.
Yeah, that's a very nice white voice.
I feel like that sounds like a white person, don't it? Wait. He's like, nigga, I'm tired of waiting. It's time for uprising. Nigga, it's time to get some resources up in this country. Wait. It's time to take back our tribal land.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play with y'all today.
Sound like white man. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yep.
I ain't finna play with y'all today. Y'all, I just want to point this out. I just want to point this out real quick. Every time I get the two of y'all, every time I get the two of y'all, oh my gosh! Every time we do a podcast with y'all two fools, it's always some nonsense going on. Y'all be out here clowning, man. Every time.
That's why I never listen to that white man on the cross. Wait. Nigga, I don't need to wait. Nigga, if I wait to cross Natural Bridge of Kings Highway, I ain't never gonna get across the street. Waiting on you. And you ain't never tripped off of it. You actually listen to the white man, wait. Then it's time for you to go, and then like halfway through the crosswalk, the little red man come up like, hey.
And you gonna end up getting hit.
I don't think it's funny that the little white man don't even give you enough time to cross the street.
He give you 5 seconds. See, what I do is that when I see white people cross the street, I walk with them.
I don't do that. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I get married in that walk, and then I divorce when I'm across the street. Because I know if I just walk across it, it's gonna be a problem.
I cross the street when I want to cross the street. See, when you over here in the hood, you can't necessarily look at the traffic lights. You gotta pay attention to traffic. See, you gotta cross like one half of Natural Bridge and Kings Highway. Then you gotta like stand in the middle. Then you got the oncoming traffic coming from the other side. You gotta make sure you don't get hit because you know niggas can't drive. So then once you see that the traffic is clear, you walk across to the other side.
White people can't drive. They drive the worst. White people are the worst drivers on the planet.
I don't know. I think it's what region you in.
Nah, white people in general. Don't take up for them, brother. Wait.
No, you wait, sir. I I've been waiting 450 years. You can
Wait.
I think we passed 450 years. We at least at 500.
400 years. Get my Bob Marley on. 400 years.
Wait.
Y'all stupid.
Right.
Martin
Speaking
Luther King.
of,
Martin Luther King said, "Justice delayed is justice denied."
I was gonna say, speaking of white people not being able to drive, there was this cop who was recently fired for ramming his car into a black patron. And after he was fired, he was rehired by a nearby county like 2 days later. Like literally, if you watch the video, you see this dude speed up and sideswipe this black dude. Nigga like, hiya! Oh, got that nigga down. Matthew, what do you think about that? Since white people can't drive,
I'm white and I say so. They say what they want. I mean, it was a report of this white man killed a black woman. They gave him 30 days in jail.
30 days for killing a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's all?
That's all. I was surprised he got 30. I thought he was going to get a slap on the wrist.
He don't get rehab, some, poor mental institution.
Yep.
Or you probably get a job. Hey, we like how you handle that nigga. Come work on the...
Get a GoFundMe account. You get you $100,000.
Right, let's get you over here on the KKK police force.
Yep. Brother Malcolm X said, he said, you can't hate the root of the tree and not hate the tree itself. We hate the Klan, but we love the police department. The root of it is the Klan. Plantation police. That was called patty rollers. And then it became policy overseers, and then it became police officers. We need to know the evolution of this mess.
Rebecca, what are you thinking about when you hear that this white cop literally sideswiped this black dude like at a good probably 25 miles an hour? Clipped him, knocked dude over to the ground, and then further abused him. Speak on it.
It's not surprising. There's nothing new under the sun. Police officer hit my cousin a few weeks ago, speeding, and he hit her. He T-boned her, and they said it was her fault.
He T-boned her. What is that?
T-boned somebody. It's like when the light, say if the light is green on them, it's kind of shaped like a T, like your accident is in a T shape. So the light was green for her, so she was going straight. He was speeding. He was an off-duty cop speeding in a police cruiser at like 5 o'clock in the morning and wasn't watching what he was doing and like literally hit the side of her car.
Talking about his cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
T-boned. And they said, and they got camera proof showing that it was her fault, that it was his fault, and all of that, and that he was off duty, and he wasn't even supposed to be in the car, and all this other stuff. And he admitted that he was texting and driving and all this other stuff, and they still said it was her fault, and sued her insurance company to get their vehicle fixed.
That sounds about right.
So it doesn't. Right. So when you talk about this situation, it just doesn't surprise me at this point.
Don't sound about right. Sounds about white.
Must be not. Must be white.
Must be white. Must be white. Must be white. Shout out to Life Jennings.
Yeah.
Life Jennings need to come back out and do a remix.
He did a good. I went to a concert of his a few years ago, and he was tripping though. He ended up going back to jail because his baby mom wouldn't let him see his kids, and he went in there with a gun and started shooting at the roof, and they locked him up again. He out now, I think. Yeah, his baby mom wouldn't let him see his kids. All he wanted to do was see his kids.
She wouldn't let him
see his kids. So now you can't see your kids.
Right.
No. There's a new law. As a matter of fact, there's a new law that slashes fathers' rights completely for their children, and the women have 100% rights to decide what they're going to do with that child. The man literally has no input, and I'm not sure in all states but I know it was this case where this black dude, he slept with a married woman, and they end up having a baby. And this new law states that she can pretty much deny him all rights to see his child, who is biologically his.
Yep.
And she's literally like, he like, look, I want to be there for my child. I want to do this. No, me and my husband are gonna raise this child. There's no room for you. He like, man, that's my child. That's my son. Woo. No, me and my husband gonna do it. We don't want you in our life. I was like, oh, for real? And of course, it had to be. Of course, it had to be two black people. God forbid they deny a white father his rights. I demand justice. I want to see my children. Sure, Mr. White. Let's get you some visitation times.
Yeah, I read that whole story and I saw the video on it. In regards to all that, and the whole situation sounded like the setup. Like he knew she was married, but she told him they were separating, they was getting a divorce, and they ended up having sex. She got pregnant, and then when the baby came, she just went ghost. He tried to get visitation to come see the baby, and he even said like, I don't mind paying child support. He was like, but I want to see my son. And in the state of, I think, ain't it Michigan? They was in Michigan, something like that.
I'm not sure.
I had to look it up, but whatever state they live in, they was just like, no, if she don't want him around, the court feels like it's in the best interest of the child, for the child to be with him and her husband. And now, magically, her and her husband are back together now. It just all seems like a setup.
She wanted some side dick. That's all.
I think she wanted the baby and her husband to give her no kids.
Ooh.
That's what I think.
I think this is a setup by the white supremacists to further fracture the black family. Speak on it, Mitchell.
Oh, brother, I'm not going to even speak on it. No comment.
This is about the second time I heard him say no comment today. What's going on?
No comment.
This guy, Mitchell, got attacked by the feminists, and they got him shook.
No comment.
On shook one side.
What happened, Metu, with the feminists?
I'm going to say no comment.
Metu walked into a woman's empowerment show. Metu said, "Look, I love the sisters. I'm gonna go support the sisters and the Black Woman Empowerment Show." Tell them what happened, Metu. No comment.
No comment to that day.
No comment, Metu.
Hey, what's going on?
All right. So I went to the Black Women's Empowerment event. So I go in. I'm just wanting to support the sisters. I'm seeing they selling dildos, condoms, whips, toys, etc. And I'm like, that's how you're keeping them away from it. So, and they looked at me and they was like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm here to support.
Oh, was you the only man there?
I was the only man there. And so they sent their representatives to my event because I was passing them my flyers about my event. And they showed up and showed out. And now I am no comment.
He's been
now I am no comment.
Metu has been blacklisted by
the LGBTQ. I think it's LGBTQIPP8, I believe now.
Don't worry, in there. Don't worry. Monique still got some slots open on her team.
I'm not even gonna make fun of the name. I'm just LGBTQ.
I am. Monique got
I ain't making fun of her. I'm not making fun of the name. It's a K in there, I think.
Yeah, like I say, Monique.
Yeah, I'm right.
And then because when I was looking it up, I was trying to find out what the Q meant. Yeah, when I found out what the Q mean, the Q mean questioning. I'm like, I thought that was by Q.
It says the acronym LGBTQIPK plus is an ever-expanding term used as a catch-all for people that identify as something other than homosexual, which means lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, queer, intersex, asexual, pansexual, and kink. with a plus indicating that more will be added.
All right, so they just gonna colonize the whole alphabet. Well, let me shut up.
It's gonna take the whole
alphabet. He said, "Let me shut up." No comment.
Oh, don't be scared, Metu.
Brother, Metu. Brother, no comment, Metu.
Nobody bagged me. Y'all, no one bagged me. So I just said, fuck it.
Nobody at the event
say I'm a strong black man.
It don't matter, Metu. I got you, brother. We still friends. Regardless of what the Fleming say about you, I'm alright.
What was so bad? I think I'm missing some information. What was so bad to where somebody wanted to back you?
He thanked everybody from coming out to his event. Hey, basically, thank you everybody for coming out to my event. You know, it's normally women and homosexuals who do this type of thing. So I come thank you for coming out. Oh, so you telling me that I can't be a strong black man because I'm homosexual? But you like, no, I didn't say that. You said that. And they got mad. They was really mad that, you know, Metu came in on their last fest.
Right. That's what it's really about.
So it wasn't
the black woman empowerment meetings are all about condom, sex, whips, chains, bondage, just basically white sex. And that's how they empower black women. And they didn't want to see a black man coming in there because they was thinking, okay, black men don't give a fuck. But I showed them I really do care. And they came.
Well, Metu, if you really cared about the struggle, then you would have bought one of them dildos from them sisters. You know what, sister? I'll support you in your hustle. Here go $15 on a dildo. I ain't never gonna use it. I just want to let you know that I'm here for you, sister. I support black. I black and African. It's okay. You go to the event, brother. Next time they have an event, I'm gonna invite you to it. You go and you tell me how that went. All right, me and Becky finna go. We're gonna go do some research.
I'm sorry, what happened?
I'm like, so are y'all familiar with Metu Jallo?
Shit, don't throw my name in the I'm already pictured here. Now people putting on do not support Metu Jallo, don't support him. I'm like, so oh, dang.
Really?
No, don't bring my name. Yes, it is. Don't throw my name. Don't throw my name in it, brother. You don't know me. Don't say my name.
You be like, so why do you have a problem?
Don't say my name, brother. Please, I implore you.
Hold up. He said, I implore you.
Do not.
No, it ain't that bad, man.
Do not, brother.
Don't let them punk you. They prison punked you, man.
Nah, brother, you go. Don't mention my name. Keep my name out your mouth.
They was like, you want your cornbread?
Keep my name out your mouth.
They punked you for your corn. Yeah, I want my cornbread, nigga.
Don't use my name, brother. It's bad. People they tweeting and Instagram and shit. And they taking pictures.
Really?
Yeah,
they like, go on Twitter. I ain't seen nothing on Twitter.
Man, I don't even have a Twitter account. People told me shit. I'm like, I'm good.
Gotta have them.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Let me know when the next women's empowerment event is, y'all.
I will let you know.
Hit the comment box, y'all. Let me know when that next women's empowerment event comes. So I'm gonna go support our sisters and their endeavors. Right? What you doing here? Oh, I'm supporting y'all women here. I got 5 on it. What's up? Let me spend some money with your sister. Here you go.
Are you sure you don't have a Twitter account?
I do not. I have an Instagram account. I'll probably be on there. But this is just what people.
Twitter?
This is what people told me.
Is that you on Twitter? Can you see that?
I got a Twitter account. Who set up a Twitter? Somebody set up a Twitter account. What?
No lie. Look, no lie.
What the hell?
No
Somebody got me on Twitter. Ain't that some shit?
It say you got 60 followers. You following 27 people.
What?
Somebody said, wow. This is just what people told me.
Out here.
That's messed up. I did not know that.
Bet you got a clone out here in these streets.
I just put
Wow.
in hashtag get met too, and I was like, "You sure you ain't got no Twitter account, bro?"
I did not know that. Let me check it out. Let's go to the next subject. Let me check this out.
Right. Let's go to the next
no,
subject.
no comment.
So everybody knows that the NBA finals just concluded the other day, and I hate to
Yeah,
say it,
man. That
LeBron
was
got
rough. Have you been
swept.
seeing the memes of the push broom
Oh my god! And I like
with LeBron in
LeBron.
the push broom?
I
I
like
was like,
LeBron. Right.
no.
The brother gets so much hate, but from what I understand, he kind of picked that team,
Yes, he did.
and so
He
therefore
handpicked him.
it's his fault ultimately. But I hate to see the brother lose again because he gets such a bad rap.
Yeah.
They hate on that man so bad. But again, you know, if you're gonna be the king, then you gotta have rocks thrown at your crown. That's cool.
I agree.
You just tip that mug back on your head and keep it pushing, man. Too. That's all you gotta do.
Ain't that some shit? I'm on Twitter.
Sure, you ain't set up a Twitter account, Matthew?
Nope.
You
Wait,
bullshit.
what the hell?
Somebody that got you, bro.
Wait a minute. Let me see.
Day straight got Matthew on Twitter.
Wait a minute. So, and like I said, last time I was on was in 2014.
Wait.
It was some comments from 2016 that I saw.
God damn. Yeah, the last thing you said on there was.
Wait.
Put some respect on it.
Wow. How do you deactivate your Twitter account?
You probably have to send a message to like Twitter or the customer service or whatever and let them know that somebody using an account under your name that's not you. And they'll investigate it, and they find out that it's not right. They will deactivate
opened up a Twitter account years ago and forgot he had it open.
I didn't even know. Look, I just got Twitter a few weeks ago.
I used to have a Twitter. Technically, I probably still have one somewhere in the Twitterverse, but I don't like Twitter. I never have.
It's all right.
I don't like Twitter.
What's the next subject, brother?
The next subject is speaking your true mind versus using tact. Now, I had made a status on Facebook the other day. I said, now, if I really said what I actually thought, the world would explode. And I feel that because I be wanting to go off on people so bad. I really do. I be wanting to go off on people so bad. I wish you believed in Jesus, and I wish you didn't. But here we are.
Here you go. Here you go.
Here we are. You believe in Jesus. I don't. Here we are. Now, let me move on. I'm going to be like Metsu. Well, I wish you believe in Jesus. Next subject.
No comment.
Right. No comment. I plead the fifth. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Man.
That's terrible.
Man, look, females be doing that too. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves. So it's kind of like two subjects in one. Like, what's my biggest pet peeve when it comes to relationships? Dumbassery. That is the one thing that pisses me off. Because everybody asks me, like, oh, how old are you? 31. You don't have no kids? No. Why? Because the hoes ain't got no act right. Female asked me that the other day. She like, you ain't got no kids? Nope. How old is you? 31. Why you ain't got no kids? Because these hoes ain't got no act right.
I bet you won't sit it on a public forum. They will whoop your ass, my brother.
These hoes ain't got no act right. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. Women, as a whole, some but not all, but as a whole, you know, just throwing all of y'all in there, like try to fit a square peg into a round hole, then get mad when it don't work. Why isn't this star going in this circle shape? Because it doesn't. go there. But instead of using your brain here, she'd be like, a star goes in the star. Circle goes in the circle. My key goes in my ignition. I turn it forward and it starts. Simple things. How do I get my car out of park? Put your brake on it and take it out of gear and put it in drive. Simple. Right? Simple. You take your car to a car wash. You take your tires to a tire shop. You get your service work done by a mechanic. These are simple things that women just don't think about. First thing you want to do, you want to panic. Oh my God, my tire blew out. What am I going to do? Get you the tire out of the truck and put the tire on, or you call a tire shop. But you don't need no man. That's cool. I understand.
What do you think about that, Rebecca?
About women trying to fit a square peg into a round hole?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rebecca's the opposite of that. I could tell you. But
you have to put that disclaimer in there, huh?
Oh, no. Rebecca is the complete opposite. I rock with Becky tough because Becky is the only woman I know. Well, not the only. One of the very few that I know who doesn't get so wrapped up in the emotion of it all. Rebecca is a critical thinker. So it's just like if she get a blowout on her car, first thing she gonna do is look and see if she got a spare. And if she can't put the tire on, she gonna call somebody that can put the tire. Hey, my tire is flat. I need you to come put the tire on, and we're gonna go over to Andy Worm. And Rebecca gonna give you the whole plan. Look, baby, we're gonna take the tire off. We're gonna put the donut on, then we're gonna go down there, we're gonna go to Andy Worm, they're gonna fix this tire, they're gonna put it back on. And then we're gonna be back on the road.
Man, like I ain't got time to be get caught up into like, oh my God, my tired, what am I gonna do? My life is over. Like I ain't got time to get caught up in that because 99 times out of 99, if my tire that blew out, that means I'm on the way to somewhere and I need to get where I'm going. I ain't got time to be doing all this old extra stuff.
Here's what gets me. Here's what gets me about females. They whole tire will be flat. Mm-hmm. Oh no, they be straight, man. My tire flat. Look at this. I was on my way to my tire flat, and I'm being inconvenienced. And then you look at her tire, you be like, your tire look like Michael Jordan head. You know how many females just straight riding around on bald tires? And then want to get mad when you had a flat. Maybe if you had got some tires sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about females, like, because you know, like the less tread that you have on your tires.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the more susceptible you're going to be to catch the flat.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have the little metal strips showing on your tires, it's past time for you to get some news. Mm-hmm. And then I had a friend, a little lady friend, not like a girlfriend, not like that, but just a co-worker. She went and got some used, she went and got some tires from one of our people at one of these little rinky-dink tire shop down the street from the crib, actually. Her back tires, I think one of her back tires blew out. But basically all the tires on her Hyundai Sonata was kind of bald.
Mm-hmm.
She got 2 new tires, and these jackasses put the tires on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So she showed up to work, and she's like, oh, I got some tires, Dave. And I'm looking, I'm like, but your car is a front-wheel drive. How come they didn't put the 2 new tires on the front and put the old tires on the back? It's front-wheel steer, front-wheel drive. I don't know. But who did you take it to? Oh, that little place over there on Union. Mike's people, they work down there. They gave me a good deal. Mike was her one of her baby daddies. And I'm like, okay. But a real tire shop would have put the new tires on the front. Like, you still have the same problem. You got 2 new tires on the deck, but that ain't gonna do you no good if your front tires are bald. Because as soon as you lose traction on them front tires, and I tried to explain this to the chick, she'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Going from one end off the other.
No urgency. Like, I mean, that's something I'll never understand. I had that conversation with a girl at work. She got a Honda. She had an old Honda Civic, like 2004 Honda Civic. All of her tires are bald. Every last one of them. I said, don't you think it's about time for you to get some new tires? She was like, "Nah, I ain't had no problems. It's fine." I said, "Let me holler at you real quick." I said, "You see what this is? This tire right here has what you call tread. That extra rubber that's sticking." I said, "That's going to help you when you drive the road. It protects your tires from going out or for you having to blow out on the highway."
In the rain.
And I'm like, "Bro, you got 3 kids." I said, "So say this is the winter time. Your car sliding all over the place because you have no tread on your tires. All of her tires are completely bald. No tread. None whatsoever." I'm like, "You don't have an urgency to get new tires?" I said, "At the end of the day, you pay for this car, or you pay for this car to keep you safe. So that means that you have to invest the time into it in order to ensure that it's going to keep you safe at some point." And you got 3 kids. Right. I'm like, "You got 3 kids, homie. All your tires are bald? Tires cost too much money, isn't it?" I said, "But hold up. You got like 26 inches of new weave."
That's the most important.
And
26
it's cost the price to get your tires fixed. I said, so that just tells me you don't know nothing about priority. Because if you can pay for 26 inches of weave, you spent $500 for that. You could have spent less than that to get new tires and to get it rotated and to get your tires balanced. But that's cool. If you don't care that your life and your kids' life is priority, who am I to keep talking to you? Enjoy that." And I walked off. That's crazy as hell.
That's amazing that you measured and priced out of her.
No comment.
Women can spot that. Oh, that's a lace front right there.
That is remarkable.
Women can spot that shit from a mile away. Oh, she got it so in. You'd be like,
she knew how long it was, how much it cost. She probably she damn near knew where she got it from.
That'd be like my mom. That'd be like my mom. I'd be like, I used to be like, "Oh yeah, Mom, your hair looks nice." "Oh, I done had this wig forever." I'd be like, "Well, okay, it looks nice." Like, "Mom, you look nice in your wig." Like, I'll be like, "Mom, that dress look nice." I done had that in the closet forever.
And maybe that's my problem. Like, I go too far into stuff sometimes, and I know when I start talking about that girl's hair, I went too far into it. But I'm like, I gotta get you to see the concept, even if you don't do or take my suggestion to heart. You can't never say that nobody never said. You can't never. Did nobody tell me? And if you can say it, you know you lying. 100%, and I'm okay with that. You got the knowledge. It's up to you on what you do with it. So if you want to be on the road and you and your kids and you got bald tires and you don't care and you driving on a wing and a prayer, good luck.
Driving on a wing and a prayer. Driving on a wing and a prayer.
Just like Kirk Franklin told Jesse Duplantis, basically in so many words, he trying to rip off the church's money and he trying to rip off God's people, telling some Jesus ain't flying that jet. That you want $54 million for.
Jesus walked everywhere.
No, he rolled on an ass.
One time.
I'm not gonna go here with that too.
One time.
I remember I was watching Family Guy now. On Family Guy, he said, on Family Guy, he said, Jesus was like, "I roll in on the ass. Your mama's ass."
Your mama's ass. I know what episode you talking about.
Jesus don't need no $70 million jet. Jesus walked. Jesus put them 12 size 12 sandals to the goddamn sand, my nigga. Jesus about that life. He was a true.
And you trying to get your people out of $54 million
Jesus
for a jet.
Left a very small eco footprint. Jesus was about that.
Crazy though, man.
Jesus recycled too.
What's the next subject, my brother?
The next subject is Jesus going in the temple and flipping over the tables, kicking out the money changers.
That's why he got his ass whooped. That's why he got crucified.
Like, man, if you don't get this bullshit out of my temple.
They said, we're going to crucify him, kill him.
Look, I was telling my mentor, I'm like, yeah, I want to be like Jesus. I told him just a few years ago, I'm like, yeah, brother so-and-so, I want to be like Jesus. He's like, oh, that's good. That's good. You should want to be like Jesus. You know, we all, such. I was like, no. I want to be like Jesus in the aspect. He come over, kicking over tables, kick bitches out the temple. You don't get this bullshit out of my temple, nigga.
Yeah, both of y'all are stupid. I'm not doing this with y'all.
You don't get your $90 million jet having ass out of my temple. Don't get your old crap dollar ass out of my temple.
And then he gonna be on the news. Jesus, would you like to talk about the flipping over the tables and tearing up temples? Would you like to comment? No comment.
What would Jesus really say if he came back and seen all these false preachers? You know, Jesus would want me to have this jet. Jesus gonna be like, nigga, you know I walked everywhere, right?
and Kirk told him, Jesus is not flying that plane.
He was like, yes, Jesus wants me to have this plane. Jesus gonna be like, nigga, please.
he had no tennis shoes. Remember that though.
Huh?
He had no tennis shoes.
He ain't had no Nikes.
Nope.
He had sandals.
Right. Damn near no shoes.
Jesus had Crocs in the desert, my nigga. I'm trying to tell you.
Right. What's next on the agenda, my brother? So we can chop that up too.
Jesus had them Air Jordans walking through the desert, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's next on the agenda, my brother? What else we gonna chop it up?
Don't rush me. Don't rush me. It's my podcast.
Stop.
This nigga meant to the next subject.
Stop.
I'm getting uncomfortable because we're talking about Jesus. I should have worn my shirt. Jesus, mine was a side piece. You know, I walked into a bank, sister got real uncomfortable when she read that shirt. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I was like, she's like, Jesus, mine was a side piece. Who was your side piece? God's side piece. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, look, sister. And I was in the bank. She was one of the bank tellers or whatever. I'm like, look, sister, things not to be taken so literal. It's a joke. She's like, oh, okay. And then I think I needed that $100 to open up my checking account for my business. And I only had like 50 on me at a time. So, oh, I need some lawn people. Here, give me your card. Oh, I gave her my card. And then at the end of that meeting, she slid that card back across the table like I had noticed. I just picked my card up, my wallet, and kept it pushing. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Right. Yeah, you can't talk about that Jesus.
I wasn't talking about Jesus. The shirt was talking about Jesus.
Well, you was talking about Jesus because you was wearing a shirt.
That's cool. I don't believe in Jesus, and I could talk about Jesus. Hell, stop being so uptight. Why y'all got to be so uptight? Hell, even when I was a Christian, I wasn't that uptight. I used to watch stuff like Dogma. I love Dogma. Dogma's pretty much making fun of the entire Christian religion. Basically, I mean, majority Catholicism. The entire Christian religion. Dogma's making fun of it, and Dogma was always one of my favorite movies. Like, come on. Stop getting so offended by everything. This is 2018, okay? you don't have a right to get offended. If you get offended, I'm gonna be offended that you're offended. That's all I gotta say about that.
Right. But people going to have their own opinions anyway.
You can have your own opinion, but your opinion is not my opinion. It's like my father was talking to me the other day. He's like, "Have you been knocking on doors?" Oh, well, why not? Because I ain't knocking on no doors. Well, wouldn't you do anything that you could do to make your business successful? Yes, but I ain't knocking on no. I say yes, but there's more than one way to the promised land. And the way that I'm choosing not to take is knocking on doors. Now, next subject. How you doing? I'm gonna be like, I did like Metu. I was like, now, how you doing? Next subject.
Yeah, we got a lot of problems as a people, brother. You just gotta understand it and keep moving forward.
I understand, but I deal with it accordingly. That's my father. I love my pops. Don't get me wrong. My pops is, it's not like I don't listen to him, but I'm not knocking on doors. It's not what I'm gonna do. And it came to a certain point in my life where I had to push back against my parents. I'm like, look, I'm grown. I live by myself. This is who I am, and this is what I do. You don't have to like it. There's a lot of things that y'all do that I don't like, but that's okay. You don't have to like it. This is how I choose to live my life.
Right.
I'd be like, hey, like my father used to always ask, when am I having some grandkids? You got grandkids. You got 2 of them. When am I getting some grandkids from you? And I got tired of him asking. So I'm like, look, don't ask me about no kids no more. Well, you ain't just nothing. Don't you ask me no more when I'm having kids. I will have kids when I'm ready to have kids. I ain't having no kids now, tomorrow, or in the near future. I ain't having no kids, so I'd be much appreciated. You got to go off on your parents, but you got to be real respectful about it. So I'd be much appreciated if you stop asking me when I'm having kids. That aggravates me when somebody gonna ask you the same question over and over and over again, and you've already given an answer.
Right.
How do I get to the highway? Go down Kings Highway, going south, and then bust up left, get on Highway 70 going east. That's how you get on the highway. Yeah, okay, brother. Yeah, okay. But how I get to the highway again, nigga? I just told you. Go up the street and turn left. Yeah, I understand that, but like literally, people be like, how I catch the train, or what time the train come? It's the information box right there. What information box? The box that says information on it. Where's that? Right there in front of your face, it says information on it. Why don't you go over there?
Don't want to read.
Man, where's it at? It's over there. Where? I'll be pointing to it. I swear to God, I'll be pointing to it.
You got to take them to it.
No, for real. Like, a lot of that happens in the corporate world. People will literally say, oh, I kind of need my manager to hold my hand and tell me what to do. I don't have time to babysit you.
I've had people call me for my event. Someone called me and asked me why they holding a flyer. Hey, man, where this event going to be at? What time it's going to be? Holding
don't
the flyer.
Read.
Like I forgot to put that on the flyer.
Don't want to read.
You did. You know you did. You forgot to put that on the flyer. It wasn't there. Otherwise, they wouldn't ask you what time the event was.
Didn't want to read.
No comment.
There you go.
Man.
Next time, look, next time they ask you, like if you having an event, next time they got a flyer in their hand, Metu, win the event. Wait.
Yeah, man.
Or me, I'm sort of an asshole with it. So I'd be like,
Sort of an asshole.
No, completely. I'll tell you real quick. Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
I just tell people to stand by. They be like, "Oh, Rebecca, where can I find?" They be looking right at the information. Where can I find such and such? Stand by, and I'll walk away.
Hold that thought. I'm like, that's a good question. Matter of fact, that's such a good question. I don't have an answer for you. They'll be like,
I remember my brother, like when people ask my brother for money, he say, "I was just getting ready to ask you."
Man,
that's how you end that. I was just getting ready to ask you.
You should have heard what my homeboy Meech told this alleged homeless dude one night. I think he was coming out of the Applebee's on Forest Park, and this dude was like, "Excuse me, brother, do you everybody's your brother when excuse me, brother, do you have some change?" My dude say, "Well, you see, doctor, change comes from within." And he kept walking.
Yeah, no.
I was dying when he told me that. Like,
oh
well,
my
God. Change comes from within.
Within your pockets.
Heck no, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
That made me think about this one guy. Someone asked him, "Hey man, can you give me a tip?" He said, "Man." He gave him some advice. He was like, "No, that's your tip." He was like, "What? I thought you didn't have no tip for me."
I've seen people do that. They be like, they'll give terrible service, and then, matter of fact, we went out with a friend, and this waitress, she was just this white waitress. She was so rude to the point where like I didn't even want to be served. Don't bring me no water. Don't bring me no food. I don't trust you. I'm just gonna eat when I get home. And they ordering. And I was like, "Are you all right today?" And she was like, "What you mean all right? I gave excellent service." And I just looked at her and started laughing. So the check come out. They ain't tip her. She was like, "I mean, all this great service, I ain't getting no tip." And this dude said, "Tip of the day. The next time your mama decide to have sex without a condom, tell her don't do that shit because she gonna get the product to you."
You know what Willie D say? You know what the nigga Willie D say? Your mama should be embarrassed and your daddy should have pulled out. No more talk.
Old girl said your birth certificate is an apology letter from the condom factory.
Ain't that?
Or you could take a book out of Eddie Griffin page and he say, "Fuck you and your mama for fucking your daddy and having your ignorant bitch ass."
So what's going on with Drake and Pusha T, whatever the hell.
Yeah, man. Pusha T, old rapper.
Right, Pusha T still got them braids from like 1998
when he was with the Clips. Like, come on now, let it go. It's all right.
So what's going on with that mess?
Man, I don't know who started the beef. Allegedly, Drake took shots at Pusha T. I don't know why Drake would take shots at Pusha T, but allegedly he took shots at Pusha T, and Pusha T dropped a diss track on him, where he was basically talking about Drake has this illegitimate son that he don't claim.
Yep.
And he got a stripper pregnant or a porn star pregnant, so his baby mama's a porn star and this whole thing.
And then the blackface.
Yeah, the blackface. He was going in about that. But in Drake's defense, I believe the blackface was an artistic expression of the two faces of the Negro in America. One, they expect you to be like real jovial and happy, cooning, buck dancing, shucking and jiving, being your entertainment. And on the flip side is like the sad, which is all like all the poverty and all the stuff that we have to deal with. Now, I'm not saying that Drake is the wokest person in the world. I'm not saying that he's really ever spoke out for black issues. I'm pretty sure he's got his own identity struggles. He's probably on the gray Meghan Markle side of the game. But I believe it was just an artistic expression. Drake came back and fired a little diss track back at Dude, and then Pusha T dropped another diss track. And then Drake came out and had a press conference. I don't know when niggas started doing press conferences during rap battles. Must be some of that newfangled stuff, which is kind of white. It's a very white thing to do. Drake's white side got emotional. He had to do a press conference. And then you had Jay Prince. Much love and respect. Shout out to Jay Prince. He came out, basically jumped to Drake's defense. Was like, nah, I shut it down. And Drake actually has another diss track waiting in the wings, but I told him not to drop it, and this, that, and the third. So, it's one of them things. I just feel like
it's a nigga moment.
I just feel like if Drake really was the one who took shots at Pusha T and started the beef, then you can't be mad when Pusha T supposedly bodied him, which personally I don't really see that the tracks was all that. I really didn't think the Pusha T's track on whatever it is, the one where he had the Jay-Z beat, the OJ beat, I really didn't think it was all that good, but I mean, whatever. But if Drake really did start the beef, and now he can't take it no more, so he got to call in his people to call off the beef, then shame on him, because he was show bullying Meek Mill. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I still think that's a bitch move. You know, our good elder ancestor by the name of Dr. John Henry Clark said that when you can't settle your internal disputes, you're a fair game to conqueror.
True that. Yeah, so Kim K recently met President Trump to talk prison reform, and she got a grandmother out of jail.
Yes, she did.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull up the receipts. Meets with President Trump. Let me see here. Yes, to discuss prison reform. And I guess this happened like the end of last month. Kim Kardashian West, yes, because this article,
right, May 31st.
Like May 31st. So she like Kim Kardashian West met with President Donald Trump and other officials, including senior advisor Jared Kushner, at the White House on Wednesday to discuss prison reform. Great meeting with Kim Kardashian today. Talked about prison reform and sentencing. The president tweeted following the afternoon meeting, posting a picture alongside a stoic Kim Kardashian West in the Oval Office. Kim West, who wore a black suit with bright yellow stilettos, was spotted leaving the White House with a small entourage about an hour after she arrived. And some other bullshit. Yeah, during the White House press briefing Wednesday, the White House press secretary wouldn't provide further details on who Kim was meeting, only saying she is expected to be here at the White House. I can't confirm she'll be here. We'll keep you posted on any meetings that takes place. Entrepreneur and reality star has advocated for a pardon for a low-level drug offender named Alice Marie Johnson, who has served more than 20 years in prison. Earlier Wednesday, Kardashian West tweeted, happy birthday, Alice Marie Johnson. Today is for you, adding the prayer hands emoji. I would like to thank President Trump for his time this afternoon. It is our hope that the president will grant clemency to Miss Alice Marie Johnson, who is serving a life sentence for a first-time nonviolent drug offense. Kardashian West said in a statement Wednesday night. We are optimistic about Miss Johnson's future and hopefully that she and many like her will get a second chance at life. Yeah, she also supported Hillary Clinton in 2016. And yeah, we already know who she's married to. Did she really go to discuss prison reform? I don't think so.
Nope.
What do you think?
I think one nigga does not equal prison reform. That's what I think. One nigga does not equal prison reform. Do I even think she talked prison reform? Probably not. She probably put some stuff in there for the Armenians. Well, look, I know I need to talk about my Armenian family. We need some resources that we need you to donate to our country. That's what she was probably in there for. And I mean, look, the black grandma, she didn't even do the drugs. She wasn't bagging no drugs, nothing. Allegedly, she was letting some people use her phone. I guess family members use her phone. At which point, the feds came in and busted her. She's done 20 years. So, 1998, she's been locked up since 98. I'm happy she's free. I'm glad Kim actually did something beneficial to somebody's life besides her own. But that's where it stops. Becky?
Yeah. I don't have a lot of words for this situation. And primarily because it could be Kim Kardashian. I don't think that's the only thing she went to go talk about. I wonder what did she have to do for Trump in order for Trump to let this lady go, and then what piece of this lady that was in prison, what piece of her soul did she have to give up in order to back the whole thing? You know what I mean? Like, I just wonder what the behind the scenes stuff is in regards to it.
Right. You know, and remember that her father is now her mother.
Huh?
Ain't her dad Bruce Jenner?
Yeah, Bruce.
Well, that's her stepdad, her biological dad. He died years ago.
And here I thought.
Okay, so her stepdad died too.
Stepdad. No, he ain't dead.
He did, because that's Kathleen. What's that?
He ain't dead.
Kathleen.
He got his genitalia cut off.
He said, not Kaylee. He said it's Kathleen.
If he did, biologically speaking, you are still a man. I know we was having this conversation with Rebecca's friend Jessica.
Her name is Jennifer.
Jessica, whatever the fuck it is.
You know, when you tagged me in that on Facebook, Jessica was like, I don't remember talking to David. What is happening here?
I thought the girl's name was Jessica. My bad, Jessica. I ain't mean you. But Jennifer, another white girl named Jennifer, that's what she got mad about. I'm like, that nigga is a he. Now that's a woman. No. The transgender, he was a man. Now that's a woman. He's transgender. No, that is a man. Is a man. And then when I asked her, I'm like, so biologically speaking, can this man, or I'm sorry, can this woman have kids naturally? Couldn't answer that. Wouldn't answer it. Oh, you a bigot. Sound like some of your friends that came and attacked you at your event, Matthew. She got this same,
my friend.
She got this same feminist ideology, although she calls herself a womanist. I am a womanist.
What the hell is a womanist?
A black feminist.
A womanist.
I just found out what cisgender meant. Because she said something about being cisgender, and I'm like, I didn't know what that was.
A who?
A cisgender.
Cisgender. And CISGENDER.
Right. So they basically came up with something else to confuse you. Cool. And what is this cisgender?
It means denoting or relating to a person whose sense of personal identity and gender corresponds with their birth sex.
What?
Okay, so it means denoting or relating to a person whose sense of personal identity and gender corresponds to their birth sex.
Isn't that the same thing as Not being a transgender?
Yeah, I mean, if you born, yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't understand it when we had this conversation. When me and you was on the phone having this conversation after the many phone calls and text messages and the emails that I was and inbox messages that I was receiving. Let me tell you something. Every year I have to explain David to somebody. It never
Hold up, Rebecca.
Wait. But yeah, we talking about it. I was like, the whole situation just seemed a little weird to me. I still didn't get it.
It ain't my fault.
And then womanist. Let's see if I can hear it. Is
a womanist? That's ridiculous.
She's a womanist.
What is an asexual and an intersexual?
Well, an asexual is a person that doesn't have a sexual appetite for man, woman, or beast.
What?
That's asexual. Like Dr. Who is asexual.
Who?
Asexual. You don't have a sexual attraction to anything. You just basically here. It's asexual.
I have a friend like that.
What the hell?
It does say it says without sexual. Yes, I'm talking. You know exactly the same person.
I'm talking about the friend who does.
I don't get it.
Homosexual things, but is not a homosexual.
And they have not. He has not had sex in over. I want to say it's been over 8 years.
With a woman.
He said he hadn't had sex with anybody.
With a
year.
Woman.
I'm telling you what he said. I asked him questions.
What he was actually saying was, I haven't had sex with a woman in over 8 years. That's what he was saying. But it's cool. He can go into that little brothel. But it's cool if that's what you want to do. That's fine. I ain't gay bashing, but don't live in the closet, brother. Come on out. It's cool. We understand. It's 2018. You can come out of the closet and identify as a goddamn steel folding chair if you want to, and it's okay.
Oh my God, you such a joke.
It's okay, baby. These days you can identify as anything, and it doesn't even matter. Just make it sound convincing, and the people will roll.
But yes, David is correct. Asexual does mean without sexual feelings or association, a person who has no sexual feelings or desires.
So you can have sex, but as long as you don't have sexual feelings, that's cool.
No, you're not having sex because you have no sexual desire.
You have no desire, no need, no want. But I get what Mitch was saying though, because you cannot want to have sex.
You go ahead.
No, I agree. I mean, we basically saying the same thing.
Okay. So you just fucked up.
No, you fucked up. No, you fucked up.
He kind of looks like that cop.
Say goodbye to Miss Laura. She said
asexual. Then what's an intersexual? What's that? What the intersex?
Let's pull up the receipts on that.
Wow, people, what's up with this homosexual? I'm like, man, this stuff is just ridiculous.
Intersexual means existing or occurring between the sexes, relating to or having the condition of being immediate between male and female. And the example they gave was intersexual selection or mate choice was to darn the job of females. I don't understand it, but whatever. Intersexual people are born with any of several variations in sex characteristics, including chromosomes, gonads, sex hormones, or genitals, that according to the UN Office of High Commissioner for Human Rights. So, basically existing or occurring between the sexes, relating to or having a condition of being intermediate between male and female. I still don't understand it. And maybe I'm just simple-minded.
See, all it is, these are distractions. That's all it is. See, if you can get black people to identify as everything other than heterosexual, then you are further destroying the black community. Wasn't it Neely Fuller, somebody probably called this back in the day. I'm pretty sure it was Neely Fuller or Francis Wilson. One of the ancestors had to have called this back in the 60s and 70s. I'm just looking. I'm pretty sure Metu said something about that a few weeks ago.
No, I did not.
Because he was making reference to a book or a scholar. I believe it was Brother Neely Fuller Jr. said something to the effect of next half a century or something like that, there's going to be so many sexual orientations to further confuse black people and spread us further apart. Something like that. And if he didn't, then somebody called it. Because history doesn't do nothing to repeat itself. So anyway.
Yeah, so I'm actually organizing to get something done for August. I'm going to delay my flight a little bit, but I'm going to be bringing in a good brother, very controversial brother. His name, he goes by Irritated Genie. And the name of the lecture is going to be called...
You said Irritated Genie?
When Pedophiles Rule.
Did you say the Irritated Genie?
Yes, yeah. He'll be here.
I've seen a lot of his stuff on YouTube.
He'll be here in August. So,
what's up?
Y'all come out and support me. We're going to get a lot of bullshit come in, and I just hope they don't protest against me.
Right.
I'm sorry.
See, speaking all that negative energy into an existence, brother. You need to think positive.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully they don't.
Think happy thoughts, Metu.
Go to your happy place.
I'm crazy what I'm about to say. Come on, Metu. Because I'm happy.
Yeah, y'all stupid. I ain't doing this.
Bet you like I ain't happy because niggas ain't shit.
Just don't let that shit.
Rebecca,
don't let that situation get you down, brother. Like, just don't let it deter you.
It got me down. It got me down. So I'm just like, well, I might as well. You know, I'm leaving anyway. Why not go out with a bang?
And you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't gonna like what you do, but that don't mean that you have to allow it to let you waver. You know what I mean? Like, don't let it get you down there. People ain't gonna agree, and it's the problem is people don't understand that it's okay if you don't agree with me. You don't have to agree, but you also don't have to be hostile in your disagreement. But we live in a very sensitive world now. So,
oh yeah,
very sensitive.
Nigga can't even bat that down eyelashes while people acting the fool. But Dave said, let's wrap this up.
Yes, we gotta wrap this up. We're already late. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I know y'all probably missed us last week, but I was busy, and then the finals was on, and I didn't want to miss the finals. Besides the fact that I was busy, but it's a good thing I didn't go work on that landscaping job because I would have been fresh out of luck on the highway. I was going to the South Side Monday. My truck broke down, so if I had went Sunday, I really would have been fresh out the luck because the shop ain't even open. Then I would have had to wait a whole another day. But that's another story for another day. We already talked about that. I'm King David, your host, your benefactor. You can reach me at Instagram, D Overweight Lover. That's the letter D. OVRWEIGHT D Overweight Lover for all things that will piss you off. Find those there on my Instagram or my Facebook at David Landrum. And please continue to follow and support my More Lawns business pages on Facebook and Instagram. My Instagram is More Lawns St. Louis. That's MOOR. Lawns, St. Louis, all one word, not more as in a last name or a variation of more, but actually more. It is an homage to the ancestors. That's why we are More Lawns. So, Rebecca, I heard on the street that there was a new RAFG book supposed to be dropping.
It will not drop until this summer, so it's actually almost done. For people who keep messaging me and harassing me about why it's not done, blah blah blah. So I will definitely post that on all my social media, Twitter, Lady Q1502.
Did you change your name on your?
I did change the name, but I did specify.
So no longer Running Away from God. Or is Running Away from God a subtitle? Is it a subtitle?
It is a subtitle. So the name of the new title is called Spiritually Betrayed.
Spiritual Betrayed, y'all. The former RAFG books. Now in sub-series only.
Yes.
We will be looking out for that because I'm gonna be in the book, so I already know it's gonna be good. I would ask how people can reach you, but I'm pretty sure you got no comment. You don't want the
look me up on Metu Jallo on Facebook. Obviously, now you can look me up on Twitter at Metu Jallo. Instagram Metu Jallo. And I'm a graphic design artist, Universal Designs. You can look that page up on Facebook as well. Get you all your graphics, your logos, your banners, your t-shirts, your hats, your designs, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Get it from me, Metu Jallo.
That's what's up.
Right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate your views. Had a lot of people popping in and out of the room. I know this be kind of long. Eventually, we'll figure out how to get this on iTunes. I'm probably gonna have to pay somebody, but that's not here nor there. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna met you off at the spot, y'all. Rebecca's moving to Texas. So on that note, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next week. In my Webster's white man voice. Wait. Use my Webster's white man's voice. Wait for that next podcast coming next week, because we'll be back with some more heaters. Peace, y'all, and chicken grease, hotel, kundalini, energy, all that shit.